Hello YouTube, I'm Megami Mary, the transgender gamer girl with a heart of gold and love for all things nerdy. And today I wanted to discuss something in particular. The MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is huge. I have been an avid fan of the MCU since around the beginning of Phase 2. I saw Iron Man 1 and 2. I saw 2 in theaters, but it wasn't until it really started to pick up that I got really invested. And over the past 10 years, it's been a really big special interest of mine. Because, the whole connected universe aspect is just really well done, So today, I wanted to ask a simple question. Are the plot holes really plot holes? Because one of the biggest things I've seen are when something happens in one of these movies that's not particularly good, it is like everybody capitalizes on it and kind of makes it a big sticking point. But I want to ask, could the flaws with one movie actually be a good thing for a later movie down the line? For example, one of the biggest criticisms of Iron Man 3 was Tony's PTSD. But if you look at the MCU now, and specifically how much his PTSD played an intricate role in his character development, specifically throughout all of Phase 3, by that logic, one person could argue that it wasn't really a character flaw it wasn't really a movie flaw to begin with, but rather something that was there from the beginning. Something that was supposed to be there for the sake of the story. A lot of people tend to think that because this one plot thread ended up going nowhere or just didn't feel right, that it's not going to end up having some kind of significance later on. I think a good example of this would be Age of Ultron, for example. There was the whole scene with, as everyone jokingly called it, Thor's magic jacuzzi, where he goes into that little well or water, the little pool of water, and he has the vision about the Infinity Stones. And what's interesting is that his vision, he said that it was like a torrent of chaos and destruction or something to that nature, and that the Mind Stone was at the center of it all. And, well, what happened? Vision ended up, being like the last of the Infinity Stones, and, he was essentially like the center of it all. He was the center of the big climactic grab for all these stones. And it's, these details that they kind of put into the movies years in advance that people just don't like because they don't get to see the payoff right away. I'm a writer myself, and I've been working on a expanded universe kind of storyline, 27 books. By the way, second book is currently available on Amazon, link in the description below. But one of the things is that one of the biggest complaints I got about the first book was how little I focused on 2 characters, but that was because, they had a bigger role to play in the second book. And I'm sure that with the second book, I'm also going to get a criticism that another character feels particularly left out. But again, for the reasons of storytelling, it's actually intentional. And it's just interesting how what some people perceive as a structural flaw with the storytelling is actually something that the writer or person telling the story intended just for the sake of maybe even drawing our attention to it so that we actually remember it, so that it holds a bigger part in our mind for when it actually does come into play. You know, because it's very interesting how, like, these smaller details that everyone seems to capitalize on because they were quote-unquote imperfect parts of these movies end up having a bigger payoff when they do come to play in the series because of the fact that we noticed them by them just staring us in the face in the way that they were presented to us. You know, and it really makes you think if, in some cases, was this intentional? You know, did they mean for the you know, for people to specifically pick apart that one scene or something just so that they would remember it better when a later payoff came in? So, I don't know, it's just something I've been thinking about, and I thought it was the perfect time to just, you know, talk about this topic, what with Captain Marvel coming out this week. I'm probably going to upload this on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday is probably when this is going to be up. So yeah, and, you know, I just wanted to talk Marvel, because I just, you know, haven't been able to do a good Marvel video. But that being said, that's pretty much my thoughts on this, but let me know in the comments below what you think about this whole topic. You know, give me your thoughts and opinions. You know, this is definitely an area of discussion that I am all for. I also have 2 other YouTube channels, the Gameplay channel and a new channel that has a very specific focus that a lot of the mainstream probably won't enjoy. But in addition to its specific focus, it's also kind of becoming like a life and blog kind of channel eventually. So, and I'm going to be trying to do at least 1 live stream a week, but I don't think I'll be able to get around to a live stream on that channel this week because I'm probably going to be watching Captain Marvel this week on Friday. So, my second book I just published on Amazon, and, you know, I have a Patreon if you want to just, you know, I only have the $1 tier available, so if you want to throw the $1 in, you know, every dollar helps. So, and you'll get access to polls, behind the scenes information, stuff of that nature. But anyway, this has been like a really long, unscripted kind of rambling. But again, it was just something I've been thinking of that I really just wanted to get my thoughts out there. So yeah, I have been Megumi Mary. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. I have been Megumi Mary. Don't stop being awesome.